Rick's Barber here again. Since the last video, been a lot of interesting discussion about how to hold various stocks so that you can cut it. And a lot of people use very heavy angle. And the standard way to clamp heavy angle is you put it down on the saw, on the ways of the saw, and you tighten up. And then you start cutting, and that works great. It's got that same advantage that you're not trying to cut real thin and then real wide parts. But when you get to this thin stuff, the rules are different. If you take this and put it in the vise and start cranking away, this will bend, or it'll at least flex, and it'll pop right out. And I've tried it a few times. If you don't tighten it enough, it'll just pull right out. If you tighten it too much, it'll pop out. So one way that I thought of cutting this so that we don't have any surprises, it's kind of elaborate, but you're not paying for any of it. What I did was take a couple of parallels, put them down, take some V-blocks that you saw in the last video, put those down, and then here's a block of aluminum. I'm using that as a backing piece. And notice that the stock is facing this way, and the force of the cutting is this way. So it's going to push this thin stock towards the block, which is going to make for it to be very stable. So clearly, if you're doing a lot of this cutting, you'd want to come up with something that's not so many pieces. And then you'd extend this outrigger a little bit. But now, you set this. I'm going to cut a real thin sliver because that's usually where you get in trouble. Okay, so just to recap, I've got the V-blocks supported by the parallels, so I'm getting the whole thing up off the table. Just makes it easier to maneuver. And I've got this nice big block of aluminum to back up this stock, and let me move that block forward. I want to have it as close to the place where I'm cutting as possible. Minimize the flopping around. Okay, tighten that up, and now I'm going to guide it down because this is aluminum and it's going to cut real fast. I didn't cut all the way through, but you notice no drama. It just cut. And the piece I'm cutting here is very thin, and the blade is just nice and stable. So now I'll finish the cut. So the piece has been well supported, cuts nice and smooth. I admit it's kind of elaborate for holding it, but it gets the job done. So hopefully this will stimulate a lot of interesting discussion, as my last video did. So that's all for now.